Hey guys, it's Matt here from Provider Academy and your admin here in the NDIS Business Builders Collective Facebook group. And today I just want to jump on and share 3 tips for how you can gain more referrals in your NDIS business or in your NDIS service, whatever the case may be. And I'm just going to mute this here, otherwise we're going to hear me twice because it's on the computer as well. And so the reason I'm doing this video this morning is that we've had a question from a new member, Aaron, who joined our group yesterday. So g'day Aaron, it's great to have you with us. And the question related to how to sort of break through what I call the boys club. So where you've got large service coordinator organisations that simply refer big batches of their clients to a small group of people. So how can you break into that and get more referrals in your business? And are there other ways that you can drive some referrals to your business if that's the way that you're looking to grow as well? So that's what we're going to do in this short video. We're going to look at 3 tips to how we can generate some more of those referrals. And before we get there, I want to mention, if you haven't already, there was a post last week where I asked the question, what do you consider to be the biggest handbrake on your NDIS practice, your NDIS service, whatever the way you look at your business is? What would that be to you? If you haven't already, I'd encourage you to jump in and to put your response there, because I'm going to try and share some hints and some tips around the kind of answers that we've got on that post. So if you haven't already, scroll through the group and find the post that asks the question, what do you consider to be the biggest handbrake on your business? And I'll see if we can provide just some helpful guidance in a few videos to come. But what about 3 tips to generate referrals to your business? Let's go first to if we're dealing particularly with service coordinators. So if you've got service coordinators in your local area that might manage a great number of clients, or however the case may be, and you're trying to get their attention, which is effectively what marketing is, so that they can refer people to you when they need your services, when they've got clients that need your services. It's very easiest for us to sit back and say that maybe they should share they should just share them equally around service providers. But what we actually need to do is think about their reality. So point number 1, the first tip is ask yourself, how do you add value to them? So when you're thinking about the service coordinator organization or whoever it is, think about how do you add value to them? Because if you can answer that question, and you can answer how you as a provider add value to that organization as well as their clients, then you're going to stand yourself in better stead to see them refer some clients to you. What do I mean by that? Think about what it's like to be in a service coordinator position, particularly an organization that has a lot of clients on their books. They're incredibly busy, and for them, it's to their benefit if they can refer big pools of clients to a smaller pool of providers, because it allows them to move more through. It allows them to get more stuff done. It allows them to get more services happening for more clients. And so when you think about, we can talk about fairness all day long about how they should share the work around, but you have to think, okay, if their workload is so heavy, it obviously makes sense from their point of view to be providing or directing clients or suggesting clients or referring clients go to these providers that they know can provide the services and know that have the capacity. The other thing about them being so busy is they've got very little time to sort of spend with potential providers getting the whole spiel on what you do and how you serve their clients. So if you are approaching these service coordinator organizations to try and build those connections and that kind of thing, you need to be really, really succinct, really value their time and really just get to the point of how you can help them, and obviously how you can serve the clients that they've got on their books, and give them a reason to refer them. So when you're trying to give a big organization a reason to refer someone to you, you not only have to give them a reason why it's beneficial to the client, because it obviously needs to be beneficial to the participant, but you also need to show why it's beneficial to that organization to refer people to you. Because it has to work for, they have their goals and their thing as a service coordinator, as well as their client goals. And so you need to be able to try and tick both boxes when you're approaching and talking to those service coordinators that have clients that they could potentially refer to you. The second tip is to go out of your way and make the connections, okay? People won't come to you to sign you up and refer you clients. Yeah, every now and again maybe, particularly if you're in a smaller community or you've got the opportunity to be kind of a one of a kind of what you do, you might find that's a little bit different. But for the most cases, people aren't going to come looking for you. You have to approach them and make the connections. You have to take them out for a cup of coffee. You have to go and go to them and do those introductions and connect with those people. And if you'd like some further help on how you can sort of do that, we have a process that we use called what we call the bold calling process, which is what we work with our clients when they're doing sort of more cold approach sales. Now, you might not be trying to sell specifically to these service coordinators so much as just connect with them, but the same process will work incredibly well for you. And it is a way that we use to get people's foot in the door in big organizations, even when they're little micro businesses with 1 to 2 owners. So if you want some more help in that area, let me know. If I get enough people in the comments saying, hey, I'd like to know a bit more about this process, I'll either do another video on that one, or what we'll do is we'll do a specific live call and we'll get on together as a group and chat a little bit more about how that works. But you have to make the connections, you have to do the work, you have to make the phone calls. People aren't going to come to you. And same thing, go back to point number 1 and ask yourself that, how do you add value to the people that you're talking to? And that's, in this case, the actual service coordinators, the people who are going to refer clients to you. And know that, keep that in mind when you make those approaches and you make those connections, because when you ring them up or when you go to visit them, remember, you've got to respect their time. You've got to be able to speak to them from the point of view of how you answer their questions and how you help them achieve their goals, so that you get the opportunity to help the participants achieve theirs. And keep that in mind when you're going to make those connections. Go and read, there are some great blogs around, and I'm sorry I don't remember the links, but go and read some of these blogs from service coordinators who actually tell you what a service coordinator is looking for from a provider. And you'll notice a common theme come up that says, we're busy, get to the point. So keep those kind of things in mind. Go and read some of those, and then when you understand how you add value to them and tick their boxes, start going out of your way to make some of those approaches and make some of those connections. The third thing is think outside the box. Okay, we know that referrals are generally going to come from probably service coordinators, particularly for new business coming in or new participants coming in. But there are other places where you can connect with NDIS clients, where there are other people who might connect with clients who have NDIS packages or NDIS plans that may or may not be able to connect with you and recommend you as a potential source. One of those may be local GPs. May or may not be, depending on your service and what, again, when we're in this space, you always have to be careful of regulations and ethics and keep those in mind. But somewhere like your local GP may be able to refer clients to you and that kind of thing when they know that you are an NDIS provider. I've got a great friend, he's actually in this group, a guy by the name of Josh, who works part-time running a business that's connected to the NDIS. And works in the communications field. And a local GP clinic here was setting up a new pharmacy as part of their clinic, and Josh was in there working on the data cabling, just happened to put out that he was a registered NDIS provider to that clinic, and they took his details and were ready to look into referring potentially people towards his service or getting him involved with their clinic. And that all happened simply because while he was in there, he just made the point of making the connection and saying, I'm an NDIS provider, is there any way that we can work together and serve the same people? You can serve this need, I can serve that need, and together we can help them achieve their outcomes. And so, you make those connections that might seem a little bit more outside the box, and you might be able to generate some more referrals. The last thing I would add, it's kind of a bonus, I did say the top 3, but a bit of a bonus for you, is ask for them. And what I mean by that is, if you've got clients that you've served that absolutely love your service, ask them to tell other people how good it is to work with you. Ask them to tell their friends, their connections, their family members, whoever they might know, that, this person is sensational at helping us achieve our goals and our outcomes through the NDIS. Word of mouth will be the most powerful thing in your business. And so if you've got testimonials from customers or potential participants who are your clients telling other people how good you are, then it is going to do wonders for your business. And of course, it is the best kind of advertising because it is free. So absolutely, when you've had success with clients and getting them their goals and their outcomes that they're seeking for, ask them to share your information with other people. Ask them who else you might be able to connect with. Ask them to, provide you with a review or a testimonial or a story or something like that you can share on your social media, on your website, in your marketing, that's going to allow their story to show how much success they had by working with you. There's nothing more powerful than a personal story, and if you've got clients who you've truly helped achieve their goals and they're willing to share that personal story, it can work wonders for your business. So the key point, wrapping all 3 or 4 of those points together, is you need to focus on what you can control. It's really, really easy for us to say that, you know, this should happen or that should happen in the way others act when it comes to, say, referring us clients. But the reality is you only have control over you. So focus on what you can control. You can make the connections. You can tailor your pitching when you're going to connections to ensure that you're adding, that you know how to add value to these people, and that you are going to them with a focus that says, I know what you need and this is how I can provide it for you, rather than just, hey, I'm here, send me clients. Okay, so focus on how you make that approach. Focus on the things that you can control and the things that you can do to drive business. Because every moment that you spend focused on what somebody else should be doing is a moment lost to you for building your business, when you should be focusing on what you can control, and that because the only thing you've got control over is you. What I'd love to know in the comments under our video today is, what's one thing out of those 4? So remember, thinking, how do you add value to the person you're asking to refer you clients? Deliberately going out of your way to make the connections, thinking outside the box, and of course, asking for referrals, testimonial stories. What's one of those 4 that you can commit to take action on right now in your business? I'd love to hear from you in the comments what you're going to do in the next week that takes action in one of those points to help your business grow and move forward. I hope this video serves you and helps with some sort of tips and hints to help you gain some more referrals in your business. Remember, I said there's the post in the group that talks about, ask the question, what is your biggest handbrake? Please go to find that post and share your thoughts on that topic, and I look forward to helping share some more tips around some of those responses that we've got. Until then, you're in a space in a business where you're all about helping change lives, and I just encourage you in what you're doing to keep on changing the world.